I create ease in my home, abundance in my life, and joy in my role. I invest in what serves me, embrace the luxury of simplicity, and build a life that feels as good as it looks. In this space, we honor ease, elevate our standards, and redefine what it means to be a modern woman at home.
Hey guys, it's me, Tiffany Parker. Welcome into the residential daily affirmations. I am so excited. This will be our third one that we have done. And today I'm doing something completely different. I'm also posting this on Facebook so they'll know, all the other ladies that are interested in this will know exactly how it goes. So let's get started. For everybody who is new here, this is the affirmations card by Alexandra L. I picked this up at Barnes & Noble right here in Humble. They only had one deck, but I'm going to go ahead and put the link to where you can get these in the description. So all I do is shuffle for everybody who's new here. Everybody in the resident group, you already know what I do. I shuffle, and also I'll not everyone has a journal prompt, so I always at the end will ask you to write whatever according to whatever the card is. So let's go ahead and pull the card. Let's see what pops out. All right. This one is in the category of boundaries. Okay, we did boundaries on Saturday, but we're gonna do, this is in categories of boundaries. And it says, I understand that some people won't understand the ways I'm changing. I understand that some people won't understand the ways I'm changing. You know, a lot of people, they like change until it comes to something that affects them. I always tell people change is good. I love change. I'm one of those people where I can adapt very easily when somebody else changes in their lives, because you have to understand people grow as people throughout life based off of their experiences. So I think it just matters what the change is like. But really, it's personal to that individual and it's personal to yourself. So it is understandable why some people wouldn't understand the change that you are making, whether that's in your life, your personal life, your spiritual life, your work life. Change is change, and you cannot not stop it, and you can't expect others to understand your particular individual change and how you're going to move, and don't expect to understand theirs. What I say is just embrace it, love that person, and hopefully they can love you back. But if they don't, that's okay too. Then maybe that season in your life needs to be readjusted when it comes to that relationship. Doesn't mean you have to cut them off. It just means you have to move differently with that person. Now, let's get to the back. When we commit to healing and changing, there are sometimes people who will try to keep us stuck in our old ways. When we commit to healing and changing, there are sometimes people who will try to keep us stuck in our old ways. That's because it scares them. When people around them change, there are some people who have a legitimate fear of change, like especially in the people that they love and they see every day, because it scares them. Especially if we're talking monetarily change, some people are happy for you, but it scares them because they feel like you're gonna forget about them and leave them behind. When it comes to a relationship change, some people feel like you're going to be a different person just because you are with a new spouse. When it comes to business, sometimes clients will freak out on you when you change up policies and procedures and your strategies and things like that. Like, a lot of people would prefer you to stay stuck in your old ways than to change. Especially now we're talking about personal life and like your habits and your daily, like how we do our daily affirmations, how we do our glow up and all that. There are some people who don't want you to glow up. There are some people who want you to stay stagnant in your beauty, in your education, and your overall act of femininity. They don't want you to glow up because it also shines a light on them of what they're not doing. And that's usually in all categories. At the end of the day, there's a fear of the spotlight being put on you, sometime on the other person. And this could be you too, because sometimes you yourself is afraid of other people around you changing, whether that is monetarily, spiritually, emotionally, like we talked about earlier. And you may fear and you don't want them to change, and you don't want them to get out of those bad habits sometimes too, because then it shines a spotlight on you of all the things that you're not doing to elevate yourself personally as well. Okay, let's keep going. Even though that feels disappointing, you must stay committed to yourself, your healing, and your emotional well-being. And this is the part where sometimes you're going to have to let people go. You're going to have to let people go. And this is a boundary that you're going to have to put up. When you're in your glow up era, when you're trying to elevate in life and finances and your relationship and you're in motherhood and womanhood, when you're trying to do all of this, you're just going to have to understand that people aren't going to be happy for you. Even if they show outwardly that they're happy, like they may tell you that they're happy for you, but in reality, they're not, because their actions speak louder than words. So it feels disappointing, but you're going to have to shake that off and like really get out of it really super quick. And that's like if somebody comes to you right now and they say, oh my God, I'm so happy you got that promotion, but don't you feel like that's going to put a strain on your marriage because now you're going to be working extra hours? Or do you feel like you're going to be missing out on your kids? And instead of being happy for you, because they're not really happy for you, because they would have just said congratulations and most likely left it at that, not try to bring up other things that would make you second guess a opportunity that was given to you. Instead, they are trying to make you feel like you're making a mistake instead of offering solutions to those quote unquote mistakes, right? So yeah, you're just gonna have to get over the you're gonna be disappointed, you're gonna have to get over it, but in the end you will be happy, because with change, obviously when you're changing something and it's personal to you, more than likely you've already created a strategy in your life or a plan of action on how you're going to execute these different changes in your life. And because you haven't shared that with other people, they don't think you know what you're doing. They think you're out of your mind and all this other stuff. And you don't have to share it with them either. It's none of their business. I guess if they ask and you want to talk about it, then great. Moving on. So in your journal, write a letter to someone in your life who does not understand your evolution. Everybody has. I guarantee you, everybody has at least two people who will never understand what it is that you're doing in your life and and why you're making these changes. They'll never understand. It could be and then when they adjust to your new way of life, and you decide and you level up again, they're always gonna have something else to be negative about. There's always going to be a pushback so write your letter, okay? We're gonna write our letter. Explain why you are on this journey and express your hope that they can embrace this new you. Remember, you can write this, write the letter, do the explanation, but also understand that you may be met with disappointment. You may not get the answer or the response that you want, but let's keep going. It is up to you whether you share the letter. This is a personal practice of freedom and inner peace. I say write the letter to the people that you want to write the letter to. Pour your heart and soul into it, because it's going to make you feel good, because in your mind you're going to feel like you've already spoken to these people even though you haven't actually handed it to them. But I feel like it's a good exercise to do to help you get it off your chest anyway. But if you ever get the courage to give it to them, because it's also going to help you in your own life and elevate in the area of communication, if you ever get the opportunity or the courage to actually mail the letter to them, email it to them, whatever, hand it directly to them, or heck, just tell them how you feel, you're gonna feel so free. It's gonna unlock a different freedom for you. I guarantee you. When you're able to really talk about how you feel to somebody that supposedly loves you and you love them, either in a intimate relationship or a friendship, or even at work, or when you tell them how you feel, there's a freedom that comes with that. At the end of the day, you're no longer trapped in your thoughts and emotions. Now, the response you may get may not be what you want, but it also may be what you want. They may actually understand better now that you have explained yourself. Even though we shouldn't have to explain changes in our lives to people, I don't know. It really just depends. It's a case by case situation. But yeah, this is great. I love this. Boundaries. I understand that some people won't understand the ways I'm changing. All right, you guys, I will catch you guys tomorrow. I would love to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section. Resident members, definitely let's talk about this in the group. I will put some prompts, some additional prompts for you guys to help start that conversation. Anyways, you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.